Hey guys, just as I promised, I am going to show you how to make some Play-Doh or moon sand very inexpensively. So we have other things to do at home. Um, I've talked to you guys about being kind of under stress and just being bored. And when we get bored and we're under stress, we seem to make some negative choices. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. It's just basic cornstarch and some really cheap conditioner. Okay, and you can use just a second. You can use food colorings if you want to. But right now, before I add any food coloring or anything, let's just go ahead and mix this and see what happens. So again, you need 2 cups of cornstarch. Okay. And I always pour it over my bowl just in case some gets on the counter or whatever, But we're going to put 2 full cups. And make sure you have your mom and dad or grandma and grandpa help you with this, especially if you've never made anything like this before in the kitchen, or even just have any knowledge of stuff in the kitchen. We don't want you to make a huge mess and making things even more stressful on people. So again, don't just do this by yourself, but it's a really good activity to have with your family. Okay. So I got my 2 cups of cornstarch. Now I'm going to, you always put your dry ingredients in first. So like if you're making a cake or cooking in the kitchen, make sure you always use dry ingredients first and then you put your wet ingredients in. So now we're going to add a cup of conditioner. Okay. And I kind of have it's called passion fruit smoothie. And so this is gonna kind of be a nice smelling kind of Play-Doh. So we're gonna add that. And you don't wanna use a mixer or a whisk or anything like that. You want to use your hands. Now, I know that kind of feels gross and stuff at first. You don't wanna use a spoon. Just get right in there with your hands. Okay, so I am going to mix all of this up and you just keep mixing until you get the consistency that you want. Okay, now, again, this is another activity that you can do with your family. And when we're really, really bored and looking for something to do, this can help us. And afterwards, we're going to be able to use it as a coping skill or a calming strategy. Things that we've talked about in class, or, if you've come into my office, I've had Play-Doh and stuff. There's a reason for that. Because sometimes when we get frustrated, we just need to keep our hands busy, or we need to occupy our time instead of focusing on the negative. So this is becoming a really nice consistency. If you can see, it's not so much just powdery anymore, and it smells really good too. And so I'm going to keep mixing and I'm going to keep squishing it until all of the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients are mixed together. And honestly, I really don't even have to add a food coloring to this, because there was a color to the conditioner, but I'm going to add a little bit of color anyway just to make it kind of fun. And again, this is going to give you something to do as a family, and you're going to be able to use it later on. So look at this, is becoming a really nice consistency type of Play-Doh. And many of you know that my favorite color is purple. So hey, I'm going to kind of make this a purple, I think. Maybe a tie-dye color. But if you see this, It's a really nice consistency. You pull it apart. Okay. And you're going to continue to keep working it. But let's add just a little bit of food coloring and see what happens. Again, you're going to want to make sure you have permission to do this by your parents. Let's see. Well, wait a minute. Aha, purple. Okay. So I'm going to use, if I can get it open. Here we go. Okay. And I'm not going to use a lot. I'm just going to put just 2 drops. I put 2 drops in there. Okay. And now I'm just going to kind of swirl it around, kind of mix it in. And I might add a little bit more. The purple is coming out. Oh, it's kind of cool. Actually, it's really starting to get streaky and kind of marbly looking. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. I like that tie-dye look. And as you will notice when you're mixing this together, your hands kind of feel silky and stuff. Well, as you know, when you put conditioner in your hair, it makes your hair soft. So that would mean that when you're mixing it together and stuff, it's just going to make kind of your hands soft. So, whoops. And then you just continue to keep mixing it together until you get it the consistency or the color that you want. Now look, we have a mixture of homemade Play-Doh. Again, you can mold it, you can squish it. I would suggest you don't throw it at your brothers or sisters or anything. We don't want to make mom and dad mad. But this is something that you can use, and it smells really good. Here we go. Look, we have Play-Doh, guys. Stretchy, kind of a slimy, but it's not a stickable. It's actually I'm able to form it if I want to. I can roll it into a ball. But this is a project that you can do at home, and it's really inexpensive. This can of cornstarch cost me 98 cents. And this bottle of conditioner was $1. So for under $2, I was able to make a project, or I was able to do a project, something that I'm going to be able to use, a constructive thing that I'm able to do, make positive choices, and take my frustration out if I need to. But it's also a project that you can do with your family to build that relationship, a positive relationship. So if you guys have any questions or anything, you know how to get a hold of me. I just want you all to know that I love and miss you so much, and I hope that you guys are keeping yourself safe, and I can't wait to see you again. Here we go. Look what you can make. All right. Again, I love you so much, and I hope that again, this finds you all well, and I can't wait to see you all again. Love and miss you. Bye.